You stand on the edge of a new world. The dust here is red. It clings to your boots like a bad memory. Gravity pulls at your gear with a heavy hand. It feels stronger than Earth. You take a deep breath of recycled air. The filters hum against the back of your neck. This is the frontier. You are the first to walk here. The horizon stretches out in a flat line of rust. It looks empty, but looks can be deceiving. 2 weeks have passed since the landing. The initial thrill has faded. Now it is just work. You spend days digging soil samples. You check the air filters. You eat protein paste that tastes like wet cardboard. It is boring work, but boredom is safe. Boredom means nothing is trying to kill you. At least that is what you tell the rookies. They look nervous. They should be. Then the scanners wake up. It starts as a low beep. You tap the glass of the monitor. The line jumps. Something is pulsing beneath the dunes. It is not random. It has a rhythm, like a heart beating in the dark, or maybe a clock ticking down. You grab a shovel. The team gathers around. The sand is hot to the touch. You dig until your arms burn. The metal strikes something hard. The sound rings out. It is a clear note, not like stone. You brush away the red dirt. A surface gleams in the twin sunlight. It is smooth. It is cold, and it is humming. The vibration travels up the handle of your shovel. It rattles your teeth. This was not made by nature. Someone built this, and they built it to last. The excavation takes 3 days. You barely sleep. The structure rises from the pit like a buried giant. It is a tower. The material is black glass. Veins of blue light pulse through it. They flare when you get close. It knows you are here. Experts think it is a relay, or maybe a weapon. You think it looks like a tombstone. Glyphs cover the sides. They are sharp and jagged. They hurt your eyes if you stare too long. The linguistics team is baffled. The symbols do not match any known pattern. They seem to move when you look away. A trick of the light? Maybe. Or maybe the tower is waking up. The hum gets louder. It is a low drone now. It sets your nerves on edge. You touch the surface. It feels slick. A jolt of energy snaps into your glove. You pull back. The blue veins flare bright white. The ground shakes, just a little, but enough to knock over a tool rack. The tower is active. It is calling out to something. The sky above seems to darken. The experts argue over the readings. They use big words. They talk about bridges. They say this thing connects places. It folds space like a sheet of paper. You look up at the alien sky. You wonder what is on the other side. Nothing good comes from a buried tower. You check your blaster. The charge is full. You hope you do not need it. But hope is a flimsy shield. A shadow falls over the camp. It moves fast. You look up. A shape falls from the clouds. It is trailing smoke. It is not one of ours. It crashes into the dunes a mile out. Sand sprays high into the air. You grab the rover keys. The engine roars to life. You drive fast over the rough ground. The crash site is a mess. Metal is twisted into ugly shapes. Heat radiates from the crater. You slide down the sandy bank. The object is a probe. It looks ancient. The hull is scorched by 1,000 stars. It has traveled a long way. You wipe soot from a metal plate. There are markings. They look human. Your heart skips a beat. This is impossible. This tech is decades old. It predates the mission. You pry open the data port. Sparks fly. A speaker crackles to life. The voice is distorted. It sounds like a ghost. It speaks in a loop. It warns of a shadow, a hunger that eats the light. The message is a warning. It was sent from the future or the past. The timestamps make no sense. They show a date that has not happened yet. The voice sounds familiar. You realize with a chill. It is the captain. But he sounds old. He sounds broken. He screams about the rift. Then the recording cuts to static. The warning comes too late. It always does. The sky above the colony splits open. It does not tear. It shatters, like a mirror hit by a stone. Purple light spills out. It floods the red landscape. The light is cold. It casts long shadows that point the wrong way. The physics are broken. Ships drift out of the tear. They are silent. They look like your fleet, but they are wrong. The hulls are painted matte black. No lights shine from their windows. They float in a perfect grid. It is a mirror of your own formation. But these ships are dead. Or they should be. Your comms gear screams. Static washes over every channel. Then a voice cuts through. It is not human. It is the sound of grinding metal. It demands surrender, but it does not wait for an answer. The black ships open fire. Beams of dark energy slash the sky. They hit the shield grid. The dome above you flickers. Sparks rain down on the colony. Panic breaks out. People run for the shelters. You stand your ground. You watch the sky burn. The tower behind you pulses faster. It is sinking with the rift. The door has been opened, and the neighbors are not friendly. You need answers. You need them now. The captain calls a meeting, but not just for humans. A holographic table flickers to life. Figures appear in the light. They are the elders. We found them on the outer rim. They are old, older than our sun. They do not look like us. One is tall and thin. His skin is like bark. Another is small and floats in a tank. They look at you with tired eyes. They have seen this before. They speak in low tones. The translator lags behind their words. They talk of a cycle, a rift that opens every era. They call it the Great Filter. It cleans the galaxy. It wipes out the noisy civilizations. Like us, they propose a pact, a union of species. They have the knowledge. We have the grit. We have the will to fight. They are too old for war. They need our hands. The terms are simple. We fight, they guide. If we win, we share the stars. If we lose, we all fade into the dark. The room is quiet. The captain looks at you. You nod. There is no choice. You sign the pact with a thumbprint. The alliance is born. It is fragile, but it is all you have. Image of reactor core turning red. Trust is a rare currency, and someone just spent it all. You walk the engineering deck. The air is hot. Steam hisses from loose pipes. The main reactor hums. It powers the shield. It keeps the purple fire out. A figure stands by the control panel. You know him. He is a senior engineer. A quiet man. He holds a wrench in one hand. His other hand hovers over a valve. He sees you. He does not flinch. He smiles. It is a sad smile. He says he wants to end the pain. He says the shadow promised him peace. He turns the valve. Alarms scream. The lights turn red. The core begins to destabilize. Energy spills out in waves. It knocks you off your feet. You scramble up. You tackle him. The wrench clatters to the floor. He fights with manic strength. But you are desperate. You pin him down. Security rushes in. They drag him away. He laughs as he goes. You look at the core. It is glowing angry red. The containment field is failing. You have minutes, maybe less. You grab the manual override. The wheel is hot. You turn it with all your might. The surge hits the ship. It does not blow up. It shifts. The world twists around you. You blink. The engineering deck is gone. You are floating. There is no floor. There is no ceiling. Only stars and arches. Giant crystal arches float in the void. They form a maze. This is the space between spaces. The engineer sent you here. It is a trap. You drift forward. Your suit thrusters sputter. They work. Barely. You aim for the nearest arch. It glows with soft light. You touch it. Images flood your mind. You see a war. You see fleets burning. You see worlds cracking. This is history. The history of the elders. They fought the shadow before, and they lost. That is why they are few. That is why they are afraid. You push off the arch. You need to find a way out. The maze shifts. The arches move like clockwork. You see a path. It winds through the center. It looks dangerous, but standing still is death. You fire your thrusters. You dodge floating debris. The silence here is heavy. It presses on your ears. You are a rat in a crystal cage. The maze ends at a gate. It is a ring of gold metal, but the way is blocked. A figure stands there. It is huge. It wears armor that shines like a sun. It holds a staff of light. It does not have a face, only a visor of darkness. It is a sentinel. It speaks. The voice is thunder. It shakes your suit. It demands proof. Proof of spirit. Proof of worth. It raises the staff. A riddle appears in the air. It is made of light. It is a puzzle of logic and will. You have seen these in the archives, but never this complex. You have one chance. Get it wrong? The staff will fire. You will be dust. You stare at the lights. Patterns emerge. It is a sequence. Prime numbers? No. Star charts. It is a map of the homeworld. You trace the line with your finger. The sentinel watches. It does not move. You complete the pattern. The light turns green. The sentinel lowers the staff. It steps aside. The gate opens. You float through. You have passed the test. You have proven that humanity is not just noise. We are signal. You emerge from the gate. You are back in real space. But you are not on the ship. You are drifting in the debris field. The battle rages above. You check your radio. It is dead. Then a sound cuts through. It is faint. It is a chant. It is coming from the other survivors. Life pods drift nearby. They are linked. The people inside are singing. It is a focus technique, a way to stay calm, but it is doing more. The chant is resonating with the tower below. The ancient tech is listening. The sound vibrates your bones. You join in. You do not know the words. You hum the tone. The signal boosts. The tower flares blue. It sends a beam into the sky. It hits the enemy ships. Their shields flicker. The chant is a weapon, a sonic key. You rally the pods. You use your thrusters to push them together. A cluster of hope in the dark. The enemy fighters swoop down, but the tower protects you. A field of blue energy snaps up. The fighters crash against it. You are safe, for now. You have found the voice of the void. Rescue comes. A shuttle picks you up. You return to the flagship. The captain is waiting. The elders are there too. They have a plan, but they need an engine. One that can channel the tower's power. Your ship has the raw output. Their ships have the focus lens. We need to combine them. We need to build a Frankenstein drive. You go to the hangar. Welders spark. Aliens and humans work side by side. It is a mess of cables and pipes. It looks ugly, but it hums with power. You calibrate the fuel injection. An elder tunes the crystals. His hands move fast. You pass him a wrench. He hands you a datapad. You do not speak the same language, but you speak the language of the machine. The engine takes shape. It is a forge of unity. Metal and crystal fuse together. We mount it to the flagship. The frame groans under the weight. It is heavy. We fire it up. The deck vibrates. The hum becomes a roar. It works. The readings are off the charts. We have a weapon. We have a way to close the door. The engine needs a target. The rift is wide. We need to hit the center. But the sensors are blinded by the energy. We need a guide, a signal to lock onto. A scan picks up a ping. It is faint. It comes from a rock, a small asteroid near the rift. It is an old navigation beacon, a relic of the first expansion. It is running on backup power, but it is there. It shines a thin line of data into the dark. It is the only lighthouse in the storm. We have to fly close. We have to amplify it. The captain gives the order. The fleet moves. The enemy sees us. They swarm like wasps. They know what we are doing. They want to destroy the beacon. You man the turrets. You shoot down black shades. The asteroid gets closer. It is jagged and gray. The beacon sits on the peak. It blinks a weak red light. It looks pathetic, but it is everything. We fire a probe. It attaches to the beacon. It boosts the signal. A bright line cuts the fog. We have a lock. The path is clear, but the heat is rising. Image of two suns colliding. The rift is destabilizing the star system. The gravity waves are chaotic. The twin suns are being pulled together. They drift closer. They are going to touch. The sky turns a blinding white. The heat is instant. Warning lights flash on every console. Shields are failing. The hull begins to groan. We are cooking inside the tin can. The captain shouts orders. We have to move fast. The suns graze each other. Solar flares lash out. They are miles high. They swallow the enemy ships. We are small. We are fast. We dive under the plasma wave. The heat is unbearable. Sweat pours down your face. The cooling systems struggle. You watch the temperature gauge. It climbs into the red. Just a little more. The target is ahead. The two suns merge. A shockwave hits us. We tumble. The gravity compensators fail. You are thrown against the wall. But the pilot holds the line. We regain control. The rift is right there. It is a gaping wound in the sky. We are the needle. We are in position. The new engine screams. It is at max power. The elders begin to chant. The crew joins in. A focus of will. You press the button. The ship shudders. A beam of pure white light fires. It hits the rift. Silence. Then a roar. The rift fights back. Purple lightning strikes the hull. But the beam holds. It acts like a zipper. It pulls the fabric of space together. The tear begins to shrink. The black ships try to escape. The closing rift crushes them. The light is blinding. You shield your eyes. The vibration stops. The hum fades. You look at the screen. The purple glow is gone. The stars are back to normal. The rift is sealed. The mirror universe is locked away. A cheer goes up. It starts small. Then it fills the bridge. Strangers hug. The elders bow their heads. It is done. The covenant is kept. We saved the neighborhood, and we did it together. Image of Earth from spaceship window. The ride home is long, but it is peaceful. The fleet glides through the dark. The engines hum a lullaby. You sit by the viewport. You watch the stars streak by. They look friendly again. You clean your gear. You write your report. Earth appears in the window. It is a blue marble. It looks fragile. It looks small, but it is home. You land at the spaceport. The ramp lowers. The air smells sweet. It smells like rain and dirt. Real dirt, not red dust. Crowds wait for you. There are flags. There are bands playing. People cheer. They shake your hand. They call you a hero. You smile. You wave. But they do not know. They do not know how close the dark came. They do not know what is out there. You see the captain. He winks. You see the elders. They are cloaked. They watch from the shadows. They are part of us now. The secret is safe. For now. You look up at the sky. It is blue. It is calm. You take a breath. It is good to be back. Years pass. The story becomes a legend. They call it the time the sky walked. Kids play in the park. They run with toy ships. One is the hero. One is the monster. You watch from your porch. Your hair is gray now. Your knees ache when it rains. But your eyes are sharp. You look at the stars. They are not just lights anymore. They are destinations. The new generation is ready. They learn the math of the elders. They build better ships. They look up with hunger. You taught them well. You told them the truth. The universe is big. It is scary, but it is ours, if we are brave enough to take it. A child runs up to you. He asks if the monsters will come back. You smile. You pat his head. You tell him the truth. Maybe. But if they do, we will be ready. We have friends now. We have the fire. And we have the will to walk the sky. The horizon waits, and humanity is just getting started.